First of all, the location is because pretty much that's just where it's located. We're looking for available spaces and places where we can provide somewhere to serve an alternative place like this, and just everything's not for rent or open across the street from the university. And in retrospect, I almost like to just reiterate that it really isn't that far away. Pizza Hut is right next to Pizza Hut. We walk all over the place around this campus as students and things like that. I know freshmen walk for miles and miles and miles to get to parties and things like that. And really, so basically, this money was open for interpretation in our eyes in the executive committee and from the direction of my business manager. And then I just thought it was a great idea to bring it back to the table. And, it's outside of our budget and allocated money, so it was just something that we wanted to utilize because it wasn't basically unutilized.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Who do you represent?
U-Box, voice of choice.
All right, so U-Box, if you didn't spend your money at the end of the year and you didn't ask for it to roll over, it goes in that account. From what I understand, unless I'm wrong, every organization can apply to have their money rolled over at the end of the year. Last year, no one did.
Were organizations told that they could do that?
What's that?
Were organizations made aware that they could do that?
Yeah, we took over in March, like in the middle of the year. Like I know that, I think Program Council didn't get it this year, but I think Liz said they've got it before, so the information has been out there. I mean, like it's one of those things, if you didn't know, now you know. But technically, like if you didn't ask for your money, like it actually does roll over into your organization's account. It's all one account.
And in that, when's the last time have we thought about matching funds? Because we're talking about liability, if this is something that's maybe affiliated, just some thoughts to throw out there. Maybe if it's affiliated, maybe the university is able to help out with some of those issues if it's an affiliation. And if we think about matching funds, that's another one. So that was my question.
Okay, we're going to move on to our senators. Go ahead.
One thing about, real quick, Jay, I like what you said. It's not a thing about competing with the resources here. Like you got most students who don't understand. Like we up here, we just throw the ideas out there. We actually don't vote. We don't have a vote on this. It's up to you guys in the Senate. One thing that I said last week briefly that most people don't understand, it's not unlimited. Everything that we want to do here, everything that Martin said, everything that Kerry Brooks wanted to do last year, even some of the things that you're doing, like we have those resources to do it.
I don't really foresee conflict arising. Say a group out of the music department comes and does their quartet there. What is the huge liability of a big fight breaking out? I'm like, what type of group are you talking about and what type of event? Because you're going hypothetical and generalizing.
Okay, so for example, I don't really have any group in particular, but say a group brings in a band, or say that there is dance going on there. Maybe it won't happen, but I'm pretty sure that I could guarantee that someone may show up who's been using alcohol. There's a chance that fights could break out in a situation like that. It happens downtown all the time. That's the nature of alcohol use. If such a thing occurs.
Alcohol consumption. Major alcohol consumption is involved.
I don't know if that's necessarily true or that you can guarantee that. Nor can you guarantee that people won't show up after using large amounts of alcohol. We can't keep people from coming on campus after doing that.
Why couldn't we turn them away?
Well, that hasn't been illustrated in this. If there's a plan to do that, then I'd like to be informed about it.
Like, I don't think you understand.
I personally would rather young kids, 18 to 20, in this community to go by, where'd you say, Pizza Hut or whatever, than downtown to Carey's, 9 North Pine, other places like that in the community, house parties, stuff like that, and having to pay an $85, $90 ticket or whatever, especially if it's not gonna, especially if there's gonna be a no drinking, no tolerance policy. This is just my opinion, especially at 9 North Pine.
Hey, Marilyn.
I just want to point out that I just transferred from the University of Kansas, or a college of 35,000 people. When I transferred here, there's absolutely nothing to do besides drink, okay? This idea is probably one of the best ideas that I've heard of all the alternatives that everybody up there has came up with so far. making the location closer, Vermillion is like 4 blocks now. $24,000 is really nothing. This is rollover money. People don't know that. Rollover money just sits there in the cruise and doesn't do anything unless you spend it. It's basically like not having it if you're not spending it. So I think it's worth, you know, I mean, even if it's open for a couple of years until the student center ever gets built, or the union or whatever that thing is, there's a hole in the ground, this is a great idea.